Hey, freethinker. I was walking around Grosvenor Square with a chill to the winter but a nip to the air. From the other direction she was caught in my eye. Could be an illusion, but I might as well try, might as well try. In the heat of the evening when the dealing got rough, she was too packed to open and too cool to bluff. As I picked up my matches, was closing the door, had one of those flashes. I've been there before, been there before. Well, there ain't nothing wrong with the way she moves. Scarlet begonias are a touch of the blues. And there's nothing wrong with the look that's in her eye. Had to learn the hard way to let her pass by, let her pass by. Well, there ain't nothing wrong, but I've never been wrong. It seldom turns out the way it does in the song. Once in a while you can get shown the light in the strangest of places if you look at it right. If you look at it right. Look at it right. Look at it right. Well, there ain't nothing wrong with the way she moves. Yes, scarlet begonias are a touch of the blues. And there's nothing wrong with the look that's in her eye. Had to learn the hard way to let her pass by, let her pass by. Long distance runner, what you standing there for? Get up, get out of the door. They're playing cold music on the barroom floor, drowning your laughter and dead to the core. There's a dragon with matches that's loose on the town. Take a whole pail of water just to cool him down. Fire, fire on the mountain. 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 Almost ablaze till you don't feel the heat. Takes all you got just to stay on the beat. You say it's a living we all gotta eat. Yeah, but you're him alone, there's no one to compete. If mercy's in business, I wish it for you. more than just ashes when your dreams come true. Fire, fire on the mountain. 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 Hey. Fire on the mountain. Please don't dominate the lapjack if you got nothing new to say. If you please go back up the track, this train's got to run today. I spent a little time on the mountain, spent a little time on the hill. I saw things getting out of hand, I guess they always will. Now I don't know, but I was told the heat of the sun, the man died of cold. Keep on coming on, standing way with the sun so dark and the hour so late. Who can deny, who can deny, it's not just a change in style. One step gone and another begun, and I wonder how many miles. I spent a little time on the mountain, spent a little time on the hill. Things went down you don't understand, but I think in time you will. Well, I don't know, but I was told the horse don't pull, you got got to carry that load. I don't know whose back's that strong. Maybe find out before too long. Well, now you can't overlook the blackjack of any other highway you ride. It's got no signs or divided lines and very few rules to guide. I spent a little time on the mountain, spent a little time on the hill. Things went down and you don't understand, but I think in time you will. Now I don't know, but I was told in the heat of the sun a man died of cold. I don't know if that song is wrong, and maybe find out before too long. I see you. One way or another, one way or another, one way or another, this darkness got to give. One way or another, one way or another, one way or another, this darkness got to give. This darkness got to give. Oh, this darkness got to give. Ooh, this darkness. Oh, said this darkness. Oh, no, this darkness got to give. It's true, one way or the other, or another. Yes, and I will take the time. The world is ours to see. Break down the walls of Babylon, and I will be. You will seek and you will find the promise of my mind. And I will always see your face, and you will always see mine, yeah, through time, through time. Every time I see ICU's nickname, I think of Max Creek and Scott Murawski. We'll lead you by the water. We'll be standing all alone. Crystal visions of thought through time. Yes, and I alone. You will seek and you will find the promise of my mind, and I will always see your face. You will always see mine, yeah, through time, through time, through time, through time. There must be some way out of here, cried the joker to the thief. There's too much confusion here, I can't get no relief. Businessman, you know they drink my wine. Plowman, dig my earth. None will ever along the line. Nobody know what it is worth. Hey. Awesome. Enjoy yourself, Freethinker. No reason to get excited. The thief he kindly spoke. There are many here among us, all that feel that life is but a joke. Yes, and you and I, we've been dancing outside in the cold distance. A wildcat did growl. Two riders were approaching low, and the wind began to howl. Began to howl. And she's buying a stairway to Jamaica. Do 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 dee do do. Thanks, I see you. Well, Anna, yeah, Another day has come and gone. Yeah, but I can't figure what went wrong. Mockingbird keeps mocking me. She locked me out and lost the key, and I've gone wandering again. And I'm out the door, I'm walking by myself down the street like the night before. I should be home in bed, but the notion in my head is telling me to ramble on. And every day, it's just a dream. You're stuck inside a great machine. You work your jobs, spend your pay. Baby, no one hears a goddamn word that you say. And I've gone wandering again, and I'm out the door, I'm walking by myself down the street like the night before. And I should be home in bed, but the notion in my head is telling me to ramble on. Yeah. I seen the sun and I felt the rain. People, I busted loose that old ball and chain. I seen the man, yes, and what I seen, tell you he's just like you and he's just like me. And I've gone wandering again. I'm out the door, I'm walking by myself down the street like the night before. And I should be home in bed, but the notion in my head is telling me to ramble on. That's what it's telling me. cheater. Up in the morning, out on the job, work like a devil for my pay. With that lucky old son, got nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Fuss with my woman, toy with my kids, sweat till I'm wrinkled and gray. That lucky old son got nothing to do but to roll around heaven all day. And Lord above me, can't you hear me cry? Tears are in my eyes. Send down that cloud with a silver lining and lift me up to paradise. Show me that river, lead me across, wash all my troubles away. That lucky old son got nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. and send down that cloud with a silver lining and lift me up to paradise. Show me that river, lead me across, wash all my troubles away. That lucky old sun got nothing to do but to roll around heaven. Let it roll around heaven. I wanna roll around heaven all day. Do-do-do-do-do. The lucky old sun. Do-do-do-do. I hope that comes across okay. I'm trying to get like a keeper version that I could just like, you know, make a thing. Like, come and subscribe to my channel because I play old, cool Jerry tunes. You know? Another time's forgotten space. Your eyes look from your mother's face. Wildflowers seen on the sand and wind. May the fall winds blow you safely home again. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. God save the child that rings that bell. Josh Davis might have one good ring, baby, you can never tell. One watch by night, yeah, one watch by day. I said, if you get confused, listen to the music play. Yeah. God save the child that rings that bell. Might have one good ring, baby, you can never tell. One watch by night, yeah, watch by day. I said you get confused, listen to that music play. Tell you where the fall winds speak, like falling hounds the lighthouse keep. Wildflowers seed on the sand and wind. May the fall winds roll you safely home again. I said roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. Some come to laugh, they're passed away. Some come to make it just one more day. Whichever way that your pleasure tends. If you playing ice, fam, you're gonna harvest wind. I said roll away the dew. Roll away the dew. You better roll away the dew. Roll away now, roll away and roll away the dew. Doop. Let's see. Whichever way your pleasure tends, if you plant ice, you're going to harvest the wind. That is a true story, my friends. For reals. Let's see, what else we got here? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And this is the pretty song. Ba-da-da-da-da. Does that sound like too much reverb on the guitar? It's like such a tiny amount, but it just seems like it comes across so fucking loud. Like, I want my guitar not to have that much reverb, but I don't want to sound like I'm in a tiny little room either. It's a fine line. Oh, all right. Let's go to Trenchtown. What do you say? One good thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. One good thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. So hit me with music, hit me with music, alright. Hit me with music, alright. Hit me with music, come on now. Trenchtown rock, can't top that. Trenchtown rock, you big fish or sprat. Trenchtown rock, you reap what you sow. Trenchtown rock, I know everybody knows we're grooving. We're grooving. I would say we're grooving. Yeah, we're grooving. No, I ain't forgot I'm so. No, I ain't forgot I'm so. Because you can't come cool eye up. You can't come cool eye up. Cause we're grooving. Kingston 12, we're grooving. Whoa, right. Yeah, nah. I said, one good thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. That's the truth. One good thing about music, music, people. When it hits, you feel no pain. I said, hit me with music. Come on, hit me with music one time. Hit me with music. All right, hit me with music. I said, now hit me with music. Hit me with music. Come on, come on, come on. Hit me with music. Hit me with music. Oh. I said one good thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. One good thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. So come on, hit me with music. Hit me with music. Hit me with music. Hit me with music. One good thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. That's very true. Bob Marley was onto something. That guy. He knew it was up. All right. Hopefully my levels are cool. Like the vocals aren't like incredibly loud and the guitar is kind of puny. Trying to get it, kind of close. Any feedback you guys want to give me, I will definitely take into account. I'm still not convinced that the guitar doesn't have too much reverb, but Josh Davis said it was all right, so and so did ICU, so I think. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Cranky Frankie said it, and ICU. What's another song I could play? I lit out from Marino, I was trailed by 20 hounds. Didn't get to sleep last night till the morning came around. Set out running, but I take my time. Friend of a devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Well, I ran into the devil, baby, and he loaned me 20 bills. Spent the night in Utah in a cave up in the hills. Set out running, but it take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Well, I got two reasons why I cry away each lonely night. First one's named Sweet Anne Marie, and she's my heart's delight. Second one is prison baby, and the sheriff's on my trail. And if he catches up with me, and I'll spend my life in jail. Yet I ran down to the levee, baby, and the devil caught me there. Took that $20 bill and it vanished in the air. Set out to run it, but I take my time. Friend of a devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. Well, I got a wife in Chino, baby, and a one in Cherokee. First one says she got my child, but it don't look like me. Set out running, but I take my time. Friend of a devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Yeah, I got two reasons why I cry away each lonely night. The first one's named Sweet Anne Marie, she's my heart's delight. Second one is prison baby, and the sheriff's on the trail. And if he catches up with me, you know I spend my life in jail. Well, you can borrow from the devil, and you can borrow from a friend. The devil will give you 20 when your friend's got only 10. Set out running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Hey, free thinker, have a good nap. Early one morning, the sun was shining, I was laying in bed, wondering if she changed it, all of her hair was still red. Her folks said our lives together sure was gonna be rough. Never did like a mama's homemade dress, and papa's bank book wasn't big enough. I was standing on the side of the road with the rain falling on my shoes, heading out for the west coast. Lord knows I paid some dues getting through, tangled up in blue. She was married when we first met and soon to be divorced. I helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. So we drove that car as far as we could, abandoning it out west. separated on the docks that night, both agreeing it was for the best. I turned around to look at her as she was walking away. Heard her say over my shoulder, you know, we'll meet again someday on the avenue, tangled up in blue. I had a job in the great North Woods, working as a cook for a spell, but I never did like it all that much, and one day the extra spell. So I drifted on down to New Orleans, where I got lucky to be employed, working for a while on a fishing boat right outside of Delacroix. All the while that I was alone, you know the past was close behind. I seen a lot of women, fellas, but you never escaped my mind, and I just grew, oh, tangled up in blue. Well, she was working in a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer, and I just kept looking at the side of her face in the spotlight so clear. And later on, as the crowd thinned out, I was just about to do the same. She was standing there right in back of my chair, said, honey, don't I know your name? I muttered something under my breath, and she studied the lines on my face. I must admit I felt a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoe. Oh, tangled up in blue. She lived with him on Montague Street in a basement down the stairs. And there was music in the cafes and night, a revolution in the air. He started into dealing with slaves, and something inside of her died. Had to sell everything she owned and froze right up inside. Till one day, you know, the bottom fell out and I became withdrawn. Only thing that I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on like a bird that flew. Oh, tangled up in blue. She lit a burner on the stove and she offered me a pipe. Thought she'd never say hello, she said, you know, you look like the silent type. And then she opened up a book of poems, handed it to me, written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. And every one of them words rang true, and they burned like bleeding coal, pouring off of every single page like it was written in my soul. From me to you, tangled up in blue. going back again. I gotta get back to her somehow. All the people that we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are carpenters' wives. I don't know how they all got started. I don't know what they do with their lives. But me, I'm still on the road. I'm just heading for another joint. We always did agree, we just saw it from a different point of view. Tangled up in blue. Tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue. Oh, tangled up in blue. I'm glad that my brain still works and I can still access all the verses to that song. That's pretty good. I probably should know how it goes by now. I mean, I've been singing it for a minute. All right, I got one more song for you. Something 3/4 time. When I was a child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky, where my parents were born. There's a backwoods old town so often remembered. So many times my memories are warm. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise waits? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Sometimes we travel right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison down by Adrie Hill, where the air smelled like snakes that we shoot with our pistols, but empty pop bottles was all we would kill. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise waits? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Then the coal company came with the world's largest shovel, and they tortured the timber, and they stripped all the land. Well, they dug for their coal till the land was forsaken, and they wrote it on down as the progress of man. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise waits? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. When I die, let my ashes flow down the Green River. Let my soul roll on up to the Rochester Dam, and I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting just 5 miles away from wherever I am. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise waits? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. All right, well, thank you everybody for hanging out and listening and stuff. I'm gonna try to make it over to the Spirit channel there to play some tunes maybe later tonight when there's more of the crowd in there and so on. But thank you again, everybody. Thank you kindly. Peace out, Girl Scouts.